My name is Michelle. I am your emotional resilience coach. And today we are going to chat about how do we find calm in the chaos, right? There is so much going on. 2020 has not been a boring year. We've had the virus to deal with, we've had losses to deal with, job losses, money loss, celebratory losses, obviously loss of people, relationships, lives. Then we've had the anxiety over the elections, and we've had fear and trauma and chaos over the terrorism that is growing in Europe. All right, so what do? How can we help ourselves? We are being inundated with information on all sides, and this causes such overwhelm, and it causes us to want to help, it causes us to want to change things, it causes us to want to do things, to we don't know what to do. We kind of spiral, we kind of spin. Like, what do I do? How can I help? What is it, right? We really get frustrated. And so I'm here to just give you some quick tips on how to find calm in all the chaos. Please don't forget to hit like, subscribe, the notifications button, and of course, I always love to hear from you. So, first things first, I've kind of already alluded to it. We are in information overload. All right, when the whole virus started, people were on the news all the time. If it was not the news, it was the radio, or it was podcasts, or it was information on YouTube. We were downloading information constantly on what to do, how to handle it, what's coming. We feel that if we have the information, then we will be empowered and we will know what to do, and we won't be blindsided. Because I think so often what it is that is driving us is this feeling of being blindsided. So what can we do? How can we help ourselves? And I know that it is going to sound counterintuitive to what you want to do, but really it makes such a difference when you just cut down on your media consumption. Okay, so 15 minutes in the morning, and no, that's it. 15 minutes at night, and that is it. Kind of just to keep yourself on top of what's happening, what's going on, and no more than that, because we have so many conflicting ideas and viewpoints, and everybody is screaming at us and telling us what to think and what to feel and what to expect and what's coming on the horizon. And there's a lot of fear mongering, and we do it amongst ourselves, and we do it to each other, and we just get ourselves into this state of panic and fear. All right, so first things first is just cut that down a lot. Secondly, the second thing that we want to do is, I know this is even harder, cut down on your social media. All right, social media is fantastic to keep ourselves connected, have that connection with family and friends, and see what's going on in people's lives, and birthdays and anniversaries, announcements, and it's a really great way, but it can also become this black hole that just sucks you in. And unfortunately, what happens with social media is so many of us use that for our information as well. So we have our favorite news channels on there, we have our favorite spokespeople, people who are influencers, who give their opinions, and so we're still getting it. All right, so you want to limit your time on social media. If it is not leaving you feeling uplifted and empowered and joyful and happy, cut it out. Minimize it. Set a time limit. Okay, I'm only going to do it from this time to this time. Check on this person, wish this one a happy birthday, wish them a happy anniversary, whatever it is that you want to do. Set that limit. It makes such a huge difference. Okay, thirdly, for those of you who've been following me and you've watched some of my videos, I say this all the time. I say this on Instagram. Know yourself. Know yourself. It is so powerful to know yourself, because if you know yourself, you are going to know your triggers. You are going to recognize what triggers you, why it triggers you. You're going to realize when you are in an emotional response. You're going to be able to take a step back and go, oh, this is what's happening. This is why I'm behaving this way. This is why I'm getting angry and fighting with everyone. Or this is why I'm climbing into bed and pulling the duvet over my head. Or this is why I'm just dissociating and staring at Netflix all day, right? These are all survival mechanisms that we use when we are in a state of fear. So be onto yourself. Recognize if you are in a state of fear. Is this a trauma response that is manifesting? Is this a stress response? What am I feeling here? All right. We need to own our emotions. We need to own our feelings. So what I mean by that is we need to be able to say, oh, okay, This is anxiety, this is fear, this is overwhelm, this is concern, this is frustration, this is whatever it is, whatever that negative feeling is, you want to identify it and go, oh, okay, this is what I'm feeling, not I am, all right? For those of you who haven't done it yet, go ahead and look at feel your feelings. You don't want to identify with the feeling, but you do want to recognize that this feeling is passing through you. It's here to bring you a message. Oh, okay, so I'm feeling anxiety, or anxiety is visiting me, or I need to have a look at something. I'm not feeling right within me, all right? Really figure that out for yourself so that you can go, oh, okay, this is what's happening. This is why I'm triggered, and try and minimize whatever it is, if you can, that is triggering you and putting you into that state. All right. The next thing you want to do, if you can't do it, what often happens is that something will trigger us, which will trigger a thought, all right? And it's our thoughts that spiral out of control that put us into this feeling of constant fear and chaos and flux. Okay, so what you want to do then is recognize, I'm triggered, I'm emotional, I'm reacting, this is how I'm showing up, what is going on with me, what am I fearful for, what am I thinking, all right? It's our thoughts that are doing this to me. And your thoughts could be, everything is wrong, everything is chaotic, we should have done this, we should, whatever, you know, we doubt ourselves, we beat up on ourselves, we fight with ourselves, we argue with ourselves, we become doom and gloomy to ourselves, we buy into the hype, we listen to all the nonsense, we listen to what people say, and this puts us in this state. And so I like to do what I call stop and swap. So what do I mean by that? Stop, take a deep breath, and swap your thought. Swap it for something that does serve you. And often in the beginning, when we first try and do this, it is really difficult because we can't think of a thought that resonates with us. So what I like to do is question the thoughts that are coming up, right? And maybe just kind of put it at the end, maybe. So you could think, everything is terrible. Maybe. Or question it. Is it? All right, allow that room for doubt in your head. Allow yourself the possibility to go, there could be another option, all right? To not be all black and white, to not have this polarized thinking of it's all this way or it's all that way. There's so much in the middle that we miss because we allow our brains to kind of swing from one extreme to the next. Allow that space. There is so much comfort in that space. There's a lot that can happen in the middle of it all. And so you want to allow yourself that opportunity to go, maybe, or could be, or maybe there's something I'm not seeing here, or maybe there's something I'm not realizing here, right? What can I do to bring the control back to me? Because what's happening is we're flummoxing and we are flapping because we know that we're not in control, but we so desperately want to be. What can we control? And so what often happens is we try and control family, we try and control children, we try and micromanage our husbands, we try and micromanage our colleagues. We feel so out of control in our own lives that we feel this necessity to control what's going on around us, okay? We can't do this. So take deep breaths. I know it sounds weird. I don't have time for this. Do it. All right, do that diaphragm breathing, that deep in the pit of your stomach breathing. Take some really long, deep breaths, okay? It changes the chemistry in your brain. So your brain's going, and it's having its own little party. And what I want you to do is just take that time, take that moment, take those deep breaths and allow that crazy chemistry that's going all over the place to try and settle down and be calmer, all right? It will help so much with the anxiety. Then last but not least, do something that is in your power. All right. And for those of you who have followed me, who have watched my videos, who've been over on Instagram, have seen my posts, you know that I am a big believer in the only power we have is ourselves. And I have not met a client yet who doesn't go, yeah, I know that. But we don't know that. We don't know that subconsciously because we try to micromanage. We try to manage people's feelings, manage people's thoughts, tell people what to do. We try and control situations. And all of that is because somehow, somewhere we believe that we actually do have that power. And we really don't. It just causes so much resentment, so much frustration, and it is not a win-win situation at all for anybody. It exhausts you, it frustrates people in your family, it alienates people, there's a lot of resentment that comes in. So let's just really practice just dropping that. So what do we do instead? have a drink of water, do some exercise, all right? Do yoga, do Pilates, do meditation, go to the gym, go for a run, go for a walk, go into nature, go amongst trees, do something that will help you through this time, okay? To take that moment to just do something for you. Be kind to yourself, love yourself, drink water, give yourself a treat. The reason why I like to do exercise is because it keeps us from falling into the trap of emotionally reacting. When we allow our brain to just run wild and when we allow our trigger responses to run the day, what happens is we have the shut off, right? This gate kind of comes down in our heads. And our logical thinking, our rationalizing, it no longer works. And so we are very, very emotive and we live from our emotions and we believe that what we feel is fact because it feels so right, it feels so strong. And so that's why exercise helps us to stay in contact with the prefrontal cortex, doing things like a puzzle, doing things like creative writing, anything creative, painting, writing a song, playing a song, dancing, something that allows you to move your body or use your mind or allow your brain to work and not just kind of be sucked into that dark hole. Okay, so I hope that really helps you to just kind of find that calm in this crazy, chaotic time with terrorism on the rise and politics being as chaotic as always, nail-biting stuff at the moment. With everything that is happening, there is a lot of chaos going on in people's own personal lives, and these tools are there to help you through that. I hope they really help. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit like, subscribe, the notifications button, and of course I always love to hear from you. And don't forget, if there's anything that you want help on, if there's a topic, if there's a subject you want more clarity on, let me know in the comments and I would love to do a video for you. Have a most fantastic day.